Hey, hello and welcome back to some more Tekkit Classic Survival Island. In the last episode, we got all our machines together and sorted, well, not all of them, but the three main ones we are going to have to worry about for a while. That is the macerator, the electric furnace, and the extractor, and that's just mainly to get more rubber for us, because that is something we are going to need. Now, something I actually realized at the end of last episode, which I'm not sure if it's actually going to be too worth looking at right now. Basically, my point is, if we take these, for example, we take bowls, we make bowls, and then we were to, you know, put a mushroom stew in there, make a bunch of them. So, for example, let's just make, you know, 47 of them, and then we went and filled those up. We would be making quite a lot of EMC in bowls, and we don't even have to eat it. We just have to, you know, just come over here and just have these as full as we can. 1, 2 more. In fact, no, it actually won't let us go. And that then makes even more EMC. Now, this isn't a, you know, a way I'm going to do for a very long time. It's definitely not worth the effort we're going with. But considering a bowl costs 6 EMC and this costs 70, we're actually making 64 EMC per one of these whole things. So we can just do this. You know, and we're making even more bowls. The problem is we don't have a mushroom right next to us. So I'm actually going to just take like 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I want to get rid of bowls because I want to today fix us some better food, and I'm going to do that by just simply killing a mushroom and getting some steak out of him. So we have some, well, raw beef currently, but that is going to turn into steak. Steak is 64 EMC, and considering we were gaining 64 EMC per one of those, we've just made quite a lot of EMC there, plus glowstone is always good. We are going to quickly throw that in there with, I'm not sure, even the wooden sword probably works. Okay, no, we're not in that version yet where you can do that, apparently. But we'll go into here, we'll make some food. We've got some leather and some apples. Apples are actually double the EMC and, you know, don't do as much. So we're actually going to just quickly come in here, do this. In fact, throw those in there. We're going to make a bunch of steak if we can. Now, the only thing is it's going to take a little while because of EMC values. Or a lot of a low EMC value item. But we're going to make quite a decent amount, at least half a stack, definitely. Yep, there we are, of that. In fact, we'll quickly just do that for a bit more. But now we have our bones, and we have our... Oh, we don't actually have any more stuff for the bones. Well, either way, that actually brings me on to a point of I want to not be relying on bones anymore, because as I said, there is a more efficient way of doing this. I'm actually going to try and get more arrows if I can. There is a more efficient way of doing this, and that is by using instead of bones, using the lovely thing that is called blaze rods. So I'm just going to throw these arrows back in here just so I have them. I'm actually going to, I know it's not really worth doing, but I'm also just going to do this quickly, and whilst I'm here, we don't actually need a bucket. No, that actually doesn't matter. But what we're gonna do is, all we're gonna do is come in here with a diamond pickaxe and some bow and arrow and this battle axe. We're gonna come in here, and I want to try and get to finding a fortress, which in fact I'm not sure if we can quickly. Is there any way? Key config, I guess. Semicolon. Oh no, that's bad. Please hit. I mean, ghost tiers are a great EMT thing, I think. So if we can get that, what is a ghost? Ghost tier is 4,096, so that is half of a diamond. So if there's any way we can get somehow obtain, you know, a lot of ghost tiers in a short amount of time, then that's always good. Looks like we only got the gunpowder, which I guess isn't a huge problem, but what we want to basically be doing is looking up on the minimap. Semicolon is what we want to be looking at. That's not really the type of zoom that I want. What I want is like a, oh yeah, apostrophe. So my Nope, that's waypoint. is the apostrophe key for some reason. No, okay, that's why. On my keyboard, it's a different key. Now, the only thing I've just realized is, although I would think that's a great idea, it's not, because basically, it's just going to show the top of the world and not include bedrock. So all I'm saying is just netherrack and lava, because that is all the map thinks there is there. But I do have the portal waymark, so I can just come through here. I'm thinking, though, it does look a little bit fortressy over to that right. So that actually might be some fortress glaring through. It is. Okay. So the map just seems to be very confused how it's wanting to render in this layer. Ah, there's a blaze and everything. If I can get you without shooting the other thing. Did you drop a blaze rod? Please say you did. You did not. Damn. Right, let us quickly... I'm going to bridge myself a little bit up here. We're going to do a fortress waymark. We're going to come through with our trusty battle axe. We're going to see if we can find ourselves a spawner. In fact, let's just jump down here, shall we? I want to find myself a blaze spawner. And in doing so, there's a lot of lava I've seen just already. Is that one over there already? Looks like it might be. I want to find, yep, a blaze, and I want to get at least one blaze rod. 2 would be perfect, because that at least gets us started and stops us having to fiddle with EMC a lot. There's one. Now, if I can just... Now, I've realized one flaw in my plan. Slight flaw. I'm wearing leather armor. So, I actually want to quickly blaze spawner. Perfect. And now we need to get out of here as soon as possible, because we now have 2 of these blaze rods. That's all we need. We need to get out of here now. And once we've done that, we can start macerating this one blaze rod while making more blaze rods and things. So we should get, as I said, for every 1 blaze rod we macerate, we'll get 2.5 back. So we profit a total of 1 every single time, or 1.5 every single time. So for every 2, we gain 3. And if we can, I guess it would be nice to get a ghast here. Nope. Not happening, apparently. So what I'm going to do is, it's 200 meters away, but a little bit of a hassle. I will see you back at the base in the overworld, and we're going to get started with some of this. I don't think I'm going to properly set it up, like, you know, I have to get a thing, well, I'll show you later when we're not in danger in the nether, but there's an item I need, specifically 2 of, to sort that all out. But we'll explain it when we get back to the portal and to the overworld. We're back as if it was almost nothing, and I was actually thinking on the way back, we could, if we're going to spend a lot of time in the nether, get something called a world anchor. It only requires some obsidian, some gold, and some diamonds, and that would mean that if we are ever in the nether, you know, it wouldn't actually be a problem for us, because everything will continue producing whilst we're here. But I think we're not going to be spending too much time out in the nether, so for now I don't think it's a huge problem. And I'm going to use all the bone meal that I get from this currently. I'm just going to basically push that back into this blaze rod, because we have a bunch of bones here, so we actually aren't going to be losing anything. And because of power issues, we're going to just quickly go to bed and see if we can get this sorted. The thing I need to do is I need to get that geothermal generator sorted. So the geothermal generator, as we said, was refined iron, some generator, some glass, and an empty cell, which is 4 tin, and obviously we need a lava cell as well. So during the time that that's doing that, shall we just see if we can get some of this together? So we're going to need 2 iron, we're going to need 4 tin, we're going to need a bit more of that for generators, but we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So for the generator, we need RE batteries, which is a bit more of a hassle. So I'm actually going to have to look up RE battery, because the full one doesn't have a crafting recipe, but I need a furnace and 8 more iron. So I can just put that there for the moment. I'm going to need a furnace worth of cobble, which is just there, which is perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. We're going to throw these through the electric furnace most likely, just because it's easier. Chicken, please get out of the way. And Yeah, so we need the generator to make the geothermal generator, which requires the 2 iron there. That's what I was trying to look for quickly. So we need some copper cable, which we've got a lot of, tin, and some redstone, which we have all of those as well. As long as we have one of everything remaining, then we're pretty happy with how things are going. Got all those. I hate making RE batteries. They are such a hassle, believe me. They are terrible. Right. So once all that is done over here in this area, with the 4 more of those, then we can make this geothermal generator. We just need to then EMC some lava up, which we will do quickly, and I'll just throw this back in the macerator. I'm actually going to have to shoot you first. Please go away. Please go away. And please go away. Which brings me to the point of I should probably put some interdiction torches down around the very, you know, explosive stuff. So I'm going to do one there. I'll do one slightly out here just so nothing can get near, and one over here. That should hopefully keep them away. And actually I'm going to put one down here instead, because the geothermal generator is probably going to go there or on top of there for the moment. So that's all done. I'm going to throw those in there for the moment, just so we've got the one in here to work with still. And what we want is that to go like that with these 2, and then geothermal generator, perfectly fine. We need to find a bucket now. Bucket of lava, which we already had, but I'm going to just quickly EMC another one up, just so I always have a bucket of lava ready. And then put that all back, put the blaze rod back in there. Gonna quickly have to do a swap. How do you make a lava cell? Oh, I literally just have to put it in the thing with lava. I thought I had to do a bit more than that. So a lava cell, as you can see, has an EMC value. The empty cells do not, however, so we're not going to worry about those. We'll put these in here for the moment. And now that we have the geothermal generator, we're going to quickly, as I said, put it back over here. We're going to see we have a lot of this. And I'm actually going to kickstart this off quickly with this being 128. We'll all but 2 into there, so 48. We're going to have 1 spare at all times. 48 of those. We're going to put those in there with the blaze rod, and then we'll get back on the cycle. So that now is going to give us macerator, and this giving us a bunch of power. Use 24 of those up, but you can see the power is going to go up quite nicely. So the only other thing is we could upgrade to an MFE, but before we can actually do that, we either need an LV transformer, or we can use the LV transformer. Actually, no, that's for the completely different thing. We need a transformer upgrade, which requires a medium voltage transformer, an electronic circuit, some 2x insulated gold cable, and that requires a machine block and some 2x insulated gold cable. So I think for the moment, the macerator preferably needs some overclocking things, unless we were using a rotary macerator, which I think then it's kind of perfect timing. But at the current moment, it's slow, obviously. But we can't. To do that, we need to upgrade power. So that's what we got this here for, at least. But we would need to upgrade our, you know, what's holding our power, and you know, we're already hit max power limit or power level. But we need to increase this, which would then require either a transformer or would require a whatever it's called, a transformer upgrade. So I actually think we could make this, push this back box back 1 block to where that is, because it can input from everywhere but that block there. So I think we might quickly do that, because that actually does seem like quite a good idea. So what do we actually need? An LV transformer, a 2 copper cables, and some copper, which we don't even need to EMC actually. Right, so we have an LV transformer ready, but we need an MFE, which is going to be an energy crystal, machine block, and 2 times insulated gold cable. These are fairly easy to make. We just need energy crystals, which is diamonds. So we need 4 diamonds, which we do have enough of here. And this will just help us out, and we'll then be able to get back more than we're spending, is the plan. And then I need 2 times gold insulated cable, which I'm going to need some sticky resin for. Going to hold 1 actually in here for the moment, just to get a bunch in there, but we obviously want to keep 1 behind. That used up all the remainder of that stuff, but for now, let's use the power we have. Let's get this in the extractor. That's now producing what it needs to. And that's now up to 5, and it's eventually going to cycle through. And eventually what we want to do is we can have this macerator or a secondary macerator completely off system with its own power set, and it's basically just going to be producing and cycling into a secondary energy condenser, and that's just going to be cycling. It's actually going to be cycling into 2. There's going to be one where it's constantly creating blaze rods and from blaze powder, but then it's also going to be cycling into a secondary energy condenser, creating diamonds or dark matter or red matter or whatever we feel like making at that time. So yeah, currently we just need to wait for that and the gold, which I'm not sure if we have any gold right now. And I guess because we have the macerator, we could always yeah, because we have the macerator, we could always yeah, how do we make those? Just that. Okay, cool. We could always ore double at the moment, but we can't really do that because the ores don't have yeah, ores don't have whatever they're called, EMC values. So I just completely put the opposite stuff away. Right then, we need 2 times insulated cable. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the 4. So I need double. Nope, that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 times insulated cable. We'll take the rest of that away. And then lastly, we just need the redstone, as well as that going in there. And the redstone, just going to be a case, I think, of, once again, just taking some of the blaze rods we have, or blaze powder we have, putting it in there until we have what we need, and then going back and giving. So if I put 5 in there, for example, that's going to give me that, and then we can just carry on with the blaze rod production. That's going to give me 10. And as you can see, we're doing a lot more legwork than we probably should be doing at the moment. But we only need 32 because we only need 4. So there. They don't need to be charged, luckily. And then we should have all but one thing that I just realized, actually, we're going to have to craft something anyway, so. Because once these are all through, we have to craft this machine block before we can actually do anything with that. But unfortunately, it does mean our bat box is pretty much useless now. So, take that as you will. So we've got an MFE, an LV transformer. We're going to make sure that the LV transformer goes in first. Chicken, go away. Because if not, then stuff blows up. So you're going to be increasing in power. It's going up very fast. That can then output 128 RF per tick, or EU per tick rather. It's increasing a lot because of this the geothermal generator, not so much the solar panels, which means we can now produce at nighttime. And if we wanted to, we could go for some lovely... oh, actually, am I not obtaining power? There we go. I had it the wrong way around. That'll be why. So it inputs from one area, outputs all other areas, the opposite of what the other one is. But yeah, this is now producing blaze powder in the way we want it. It will go up to 60 and then won't be able to make more than that because it can't go to 65. Those will then get cycled back into there and cycled back into here and etc, etc, until we just have a whole lot of EMC happening. And what we basically need, I think I said it when we were in the Nether, I need a thing called a filter. I actually need 2 of them. And they're fairly easy to make, other than this red doped wafer, which for now we're actually going to ignore. We're going to do this in an alloy furnace, which requires just brick. It's fairly easy to make, and silicon wafer, which requires a diamond handsaw, and a silicon ball. It requires the alloy furnace again with 8 coal and 8 sand. And it's not difficult to make, but I'm going to leave it for the next episode, because that is going to be it for now. We have now upgraded our power. We have also got an LV low voltage thingy, which means we're just going to have to focus on getting a transformer upgrade, and we're gonna in the end need 3 for every single one, so that's what we'll focus on getting in the near future. And obviously I want to get this off of this whole system, and I want it on its own independent thing, cycling through, you know, completely separately. We could even have it like upstairs at the top of here, and once we get like Swift Wolf Threading Gale. But yeah, for now that'll be it, and then in the next episode maybe we'll do that whole filter thing. If not, we'll yeah, maybe just get like a secondary energy condenser or something of the sort, and I'm gonna get that sugarcane sorted out. But that's gonna be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.